Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Oh boy.
Welcome back to Land of House. Exciting week ahead of us. Actually, I'm starting this vlog on Monday, so only 3 days of excitement. But let me start off here by saying I've been working on Ashley's vanity mirror for a while now, and I have it, the frame built for the most part, and now I'm moving on to the wiring. So if you check this out, I've got the power plug coming to the first outlet here, the only outlet, and then that works, which is cool. And then I'm gonna have LED bulbs in each of these. This is the back side. The other side is smooth, but I've got a dimmer switch here. You flip this on, flip that. Anyway, you can see that that works. It's pretty cool. So I think this is gonna be quite nice once it's done. So my next task is to go along and install all of these. I'm gonna have to get some spacers because when you put these in here, see how they hit the little screws for the wires? I'm gonna get some spacers in here, little plastic somethings that will hold it up into a specific height, and that will make it nice and flush on the other side. And then the last thing I have to do is cut the smaller trim piece and glue that to the outside. I made a slight mistake here by not cinching that in a little better, but other than that, it is coming along quite nice. So I'm super excited about this, and I think that Ashley will be excited about it as well. Good news, I went back to the eye doctor for the third time today. Not the third time today, but the third time. And he adjusted my contacts, and now I'm seeing the best I've seen in a long time. So thumbs up for that. Saturday evening, my parents came over with a load of pavers, and they said, "We're here to help. We want to get your last walkway piece put in." And so we did. Let me tell you, it was so hot. I was out here just sweating, and we had to go back inside several times and take a break because of the heat. But it is done, and it looks great. A little bit of a dip right there in the middle, but definitely what I was hoping to get done this summer. So next, they've got about this many more of the pavers, and I've got maybe 30 or 40 left across the road. The plan is to come out here, so do like one block here, and then move over a couple of rows, and then go on to that. And I think it'll look nice, so that it'll still have enough room for wheelbarrow tires or whatever I want to get here, and then it'll just look nice. I will have to consider some drainage issues. I put gutters on the shop and all to catch that, but there's still going to be some water flowing around here. But fun stuff, lots of things to look forward to. My car is turning 11 years old this year, and the headlights have been exposed to a lot of sun over those years, and it's time to do something about that. So I've got a Dremel with a number of different buffing pads here, and some, what does it call this? Polishing compound. Yeah, so what I'm thinking about doing is, it's kind of dried out. I want to polish those headlights, hopefully, and get all that discoloration off of there, and then use a UV resistant spray paint to coat back over that. So I'm thinking here, I'm just going to use the Dremel on the lowest setting with one of these buff pads. So I wonder which of these would be the best to use. If this works out, I'm going to make a video on it. So I'll do the less damaged, a portion of the less damaged light now, and then come back and do the more damaged light later if this ends up working like it's supposed to. Alright, as you can see, this light is pretty well clouded over. The other one's even worse. So I'm going to try and use this compound that came with the Dremel, turn it on low here and just kind of buff this and see if that will remove that layer of issue. that one kind of worked. It got some of the top cloud off, but it was jumping around so much, it wasn't really getting a consistent cut. So I found another one here that has a rounded tip and also some other compounds. So I'm gonna try it dry first and see what happens on low. Not very effective. So I'm gonna try this compound here. Definitely more controlled than the other one was. Well, it's some better, but not awesome. Well, the Dremel results are not good enough for me, so I'm going to do what I saw next on the internet, and that was to use some 1000 grit sandpaper and then some 1500 grit to really polish that down. And then from there, I should be able to use the spray paint, but that's definitely not clean enough to make a big difference. For some time now, Ashley has asked that I do some painting of the chairs and table here, and so it's time for me to start doing that. Of course, I'm painting white onto black, so it may take several coats here to get this totally done, but I think it's going to look nice, really brighten the house up to have the white instead of the black chairs and table. I also have Emma helping out today. Well, just as I mentioned last week, I purchased some hardy board and one piece of OSB to put in the workshop. I want to get the outside done because that Tyvek is definitely at its limit for being outside in the elements. And since I started this project last October, I don't want it to go a full year outside without having the outside finished. Man, it's hot out here. So about 2 weeks ago, I vlogged about getting this Patagonia shirt, which is a very fast drying shirt, and it really is true. So definitely check those out. Let's take a look at what I got done here. Got these two panels here and here. The reason I got this side done instead of the other side was because it's too hot to take time to cut out the air conditioner spot. So I got one panel up here, and the next one's going to have about 3 or so inches trimmed out for the air conditioner spot. So I'll do that when it's not 92 degrees out here. Well, I believe I'm going to go inside and shower and spend time with the family this evening because it's hot. I just stepped outside to see what the weather was like because in Emma's room we have a very dirty rug that needs to be washed. And I can't really dry that, so I thought I'd just use the clothesline that I installed last year for drying that rug. Well, I'm learning something about using paracord as a clothesline. Don't. Look at this. It just pops. It just breaks. I don't know if it's is that focused or not. But anyway, like you can just snap this line in half. It's so bad. Yeah. Anyway, so that's gonna have to be replaced before we do anything with it. I had forgotten that a couple years ago I purchased this cord. I forget why. It was kind of one of those on a whim deals, but it specifically shows right here on the packaging clothesline. So we can't go wrong if it has it on the package, right? Oh yeah, have you ever seen an off-road bassinet before? Ta-da! This thing goes everywhere with me. Okay, so I'm gonna open this up and see if I can get it installed and if it'll work, because the problem may come that the wheel I put in here may not accept that cord, so we'll see. I got those two parts attached. Sadly, it was just a couple feet short, so I just used some 850 paracord there to get that attached. So we'll see how long this lasts, but it should at least give us enough time to get that rug dried out. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and put that in the wash, and maybe the clouds will hold off, the rain will hold off until I get that done. So here is Emma's rug. You can kind of tell where her play toy was here, and then where it wasn't. Very much discolored, but we're gonna get that taken care of, hopefully, with a good wash. Hello, package of diapers. Yeah. I remember back when a pillow kept me fascinated. Okay, looking for some R19 in a giant roll here. R13, excuse me. 19. Where are ya? Maybe back here? Just got back inside from doing about an hour of yard work. You can kind of see down here that I got that spot done across the road, and then weed eated inside the garden yesterday, and then got down there done. Anyway, just got some basic weed eating finished. So I know it's Wednesday evening. Things are about wrapping up for this vlog. For next week, I bought some sandpaper. I've got 1500 grit and 320, and that will be for my car headlight to see if I can get that polished up. Hopefully so. Let's head out here and get Emma's rug and see how well it cleaned up after being washed for the first time. Oh yeah, definitely a lot cleaner. Yeah, may want to throw that in the dryer just to fluff it up a bit. I don't know, we'll see though. Yeah. I think it's dry. Oh, I think that's fluffy enough. This is where Emma and I do most of our reading. That's just a comfortable spot to do that. I saw there was a little bit of shedding having been washed, but it wasn't too bad. Ta-da! Much better. Ashley and Emma are on their way back from visiting friends, so when they get here, we're gonna start some supper and close out this evening. Quick question before we depart here. What is your opinion on riding mowers? I was out there in the front pushing that little Troy-built mower, and realized that when we get real grass out there and out in the back, it's going to be too time consuming to push to mow. So just give me your thoughts on the riding mower that you like. I haven't started my research yet, so anything you can help with is great. Thanks for watching, as always, and I will see you next week for another hopefully exciting vlog. Bye.